You're looking at a standard solar panel. It's 60 cells. This one's assembled in the U.S.
Deep Patel started his solar business in his parents' garage 11 years ago. Gigawatt has since grown to 25 employees and regularly enjoys double-digit growth. But the new 30% tariff imposed on imported solar panels by Washington is forcing Patel to make some pricing adjustments. Gigawatt, however, is expecting a less painful impact because it focuses on residential and small business contracts. An average residential installation will increase by $600 to $1,000. Acceptable, says Patel, if you consider sky-high electricity rates in California.
We're competing against retail rates when I install solar on a homeowner or business owner's property. We're competing against their retail rates, which are very high. So an additional, couple $1,000s to their overall solar installation is not going to kill the ROI.
Gigawatt customer and business owner Scott SHONE placed his solar order right before the tariff was imposed. He expects a return on investment in less than 3 years. But SHONE says tariffs wouldn't have deterred him from going solar.
Even if it was 6 years or 5 years, I probably would still have done it. So the tariff, I'm happy that I got in under the wire, but I don't think it would affect my ultimate decision.
Another reason why the new tariffs will be less painful for companies like Gigawatt is because 70% of the solar panels that they use are assembled right here in the U.S. That's not the case for companies that build multi-million-dollar power systems that rely almost 100% on imports. That's because no U.S. solar panel manufacturers actually make the products needed for huge utility projects. Those panels come from several countries, including Malaysia, South Korea, China, and Vietnam. Solar panels, HERSHMAN says, are not washing machines.
This is much different than other trade cases where I would have the ability to buy product at maybe a higher cost, but built in the U.S. if I wanted it. In this case, we can't even buy the product. You put that context on the loss of the current modeling is 23,000 jobs impacted by this tariff. I would argue that it likely is higher.
Swinnerton Renewable employs 9,000 people across the country, but the company is now preparing to downsize.
We have 6 or 8 projects that are probably in jeopardy of at least moving out, if not going away entirely. And those jobs, from an employment standpoint, range anywhere from 100 jobs to 500 jobs in a rural area.
The 30% tariff is set to decrease by 5% every year and end at 15%. But companies like Swinnerton are holding out hope this solar tariff will be refined sooner than later, or better yet, be reversed altogether. May Lee, CGTN, San Diego.